Welcome to this video tutorial. In this tutorial, we're going to discuss the vary ratio. In previous tutorials, we've talked about the definition of the vary ratio and when it's appropriate to use it. And in this tutorial, we're going to talk about a specific example of using it because there's a different service level between the tested party distributor and the comparable distributors that you're using. This is a slide from a previous presentation where we've talked about all the different situations where it's common to use the vary ratio. We want to focus on this one, where the tested party provides a different level of service relative to the comparables, and that's being captured in the operating expenses. Now up above you see the definition of the vary ratio. It's the gross profit divided by the operating expense. The base, operating expense, is taking into account differences that might be coming about with the amount of service level that's being offered. When your tested party, which is a distributor, has a much different ratio of operating expense relative to cost of goods sold, well then, especially when you compare it to the comparables, what are the implications of that? Well, it could be that it's providing a different level of service with the sales of the goods. It's not only selling the goods, but maybe it's providing a lot of technical advice on how these goods should be used and how the product can be used within the client's process. It may be that they're explaining how the product works or ways to use it in ways. Or it could be the other extreme. It could be that we have a tested party who provides almost none of these services, and that our comparables provide a level of service that's higher. We just need to get them all onto the same plane. I like to use the example of the difference between buying cosmetics at Nordstrom's versus CVS. When you go into a Nordstrom's cosmetics area and you're going to buy cosmetics, it's a much different experience than CVS. A sales lady will greet you. She'll bring you over to the counter, often offer you a chair to sit in, a stool right by the counter where she can bring out all the products that she wants to show you. She'll talk to you about what cosmetics you're using currently, why you're there today, what you're looking to buy. She'll start sampling the products for you. She'll even maybe start putting the makeup on, applying it for you to show her it would work for you, giving you lots of ideas about what you might want to buy. And at the end of the experience, you'll walk away with a large bag full of cosmetics, probably lots of samples of other cosmetics that you might want to try in the future, and all of it often given to you in a gift bag because you've paid a certain amount of money and you have a special promotion on today. The experience at CVS, a pharmacy across the United States, is much different. You walk into the CVS and the service level is largely to say, oh, if you'd like cosmetics, they are on aisle 1, please help yourself. And no one's manning aisle 1 to tell you what all the products are. You simply look for the products you want, pick them up, take them to the counter, where a nice person rings them up, and you leave. It's a completely different service level. The gross margin at a Nordstrom's would have to be much higher to cover all of the costs of that additional service. And the numbers bear that out. Here's a quick look at the gross margins of CVS versus Nordstrom's for the last 3 years. And you can see it's very compelling. Nordstrom's has a much higher gross margin relative to CVS because it's got a completely different sales operation. CVS can get by with a lower gross margin because it has much lower operating expenses to recover compared to a Nordstrom's. Thank you.